Good morning. Welcome back to another video from Craig's Custom Cooking. Today I'm going to be making Korean LA ribs. I'm going to show you how to clean them, then we drain them, then I'll show you the sauce that we make to put on them to let them marinate in. Once that's completed, then I'll bring you back and show you the cooking process. So allow me time to get the camera set back up and I'll show you the process. Here we have our LA ribs. I'm going to try to show them to you the best I can. A lot of times they'll have 4 bones in them like this. They cut them the opposite direction that normal ribs are cut. They're very thin. They're like a 1/4 inch thick. So what we're going to do is when they cut these, they use a bone saw. So you want to make sure you clean them real good to get any excess bone that might be still on the ribs. So we're just going to take them. We're going to wash them real good. We're going to put them in a colander on a plate to drain. There are actually 6 of them today. These come 11 to a pack, but there's way too many to eat for 2 people for 1 meal. So I split them into 2. So we're gonna clean that one. We got 2 more. You can see a lot of the blood, the bone, some of the fat comes off of them as you wash them. But you definitely want to get the bone fragments off of it. You don't want to be eating this and then end up going to the dentist. So you can see some of the fat came off of my hands. I'm going to move this out of the road and I'll bring you back and show you the marinade that we're going to make to put on. Okay, we're back. I'm going to show you all the ingredients that goes in the marinade that's going to go on the Korean LA ribs. We have 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. We have 2 teaspoons of honey. I have 1 apple quartered. I have 6 cloves of garlic, garlic. A thumb-sized piece of ginger, half of a white onion, and this is an Asian pear. If you can't use this, you can use American pear, but this is very sweet. It adds a really good flavor to the marinade. So I'm going to peel this, quarter it, and then I'll show you the rest of the process. All right, we're back. This is the Asian pear. You can see it's a lot lighter than an apple. It's very sweet. These are called a sweet Sonia apple that I bought. So I have my Ninja blender here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take the apples. We're going to cut them up. We're going to cube them so they grind up better. We're just going to put those in the blender. They don't have to be super small. Everything's going to blend up once we get it in there. The onion, we're just going to cut this in half, and then we're just going to chunk it. And we put that in the blender. The 6 cloves of garlic, just going to split them in half. Smash them or anything, they're going to grind up. ginger, cut it in half, and cut each section into 3. And the Asian pear will do the same thing that we did with the apple. This one's bigger than the apple, but there's a lot of liquid in these pears, so this is what's going to help when we blend it. I'm no master with knife skills. I just do my best. I'm not a fast cutter like you see some of these people on TV. They can cut this stuff up in the blink of an eye. I'm just a normal everyday person. Alright, that's all of that in. We're going to add the 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. We're going to add the 2 tablespoons of honey. All we do is put the lid on, put our power unit on top. We're just going to blend it. This is going to get loud, so please bear with me. All right, and that is it. You want to make it very fine. So let me get ready and I'll show you the next step. The only thing I'm going to add to this now is I added about a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of sesame oil to this. I'm going to take a spatula. I'm just going to stir all that in real good. So there we are. Now, I'm going to take the pan that you're going to marinate it in. We're going to take some of the marinade and put it in the bottom of the pan. I'm going to spread this around. Just trying to cover the bottom the best we can. Doesn't have to be 100% covered. Then we take our LA ribs. We just lay that on top of the marinade. You usually get 3 to a row. And we take our marinade, pour some more over the top. Spread it out. And we put our last 3 LA ribs on here. Like to have some space in between them so they can get the marinade up on the sides and everything. Now we're just going to finish. We're going to pour the rest of the marinade over top of them. This is actually a very, very simple recipe. And we're just going to move this around to make sure that we're covering all the ribs with your marinade. Just like that. Our very last step, we're going to take saran wrap or cling wrap. Put it over top. Make sure this is sealed real good. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator. Now, you can marinate this for 30 minutes if you're in a hurry to cook it. I prefer to marinate it overnight. It just absorbs all the flavors. It's just much better. The longer you can marinate it, the better. You don't have to marinate it overnight, but the longer that you can, the better it's gonna be. So what I'm gonna do, I'll put this in the refrigerator. I'll bring it out tomorrow when we're ready to cook for supper, and I'll show you the process. I cook it on my Blackstone grill. You can cook it in a frying pan on your stove. Welcome back. These are our Korean LA ribs that I had marinating overnight. What I do is I try to take my hand and take as much of the marinade off as you can, because if you put this on the grill, it's gonna burn. They're very, very tender. Well, that didn't work. You try to get as much of the marinade off as you possibly can. There we are. I'll take you outside, set up, fire up the Blackstone grill, and we'll grill them on the grill. All right, everybody, it's getting kind of dark out. I got my spotlights on. I hope you can see this. I have my grill on to medium right now. I'm gonna put some oil on here. That's canola oil. I take it, I spread it clear around the grill. Now I'm going to take the ribs, I'm going to lay them out on the grill. These are very thin, so it doesn't take real long to cook them. So I'm actually just going to cook them on a medium for now. I can always turn them up to get them darker or to caramelize them once they're cooked through. So I'll bring you back once they start cooking better. All right. I'm going to flip them over. Get the other side done, and then I will brown them a little bit. All right, we'll let them cook on that side. All right, I don't know if you can see this or not, but the blood is coming to the top, so that means they're starting to cook through. It's pushing the blood out at the top part of them. So I'm going to check one of these. It can go a little longer on that side, so I'll bring you back. All right, starting to get a nice color to them on the other side. I'm going to turn them. We're just going to let them cook a little bit on that side. going to be some good eating here. These are really going to be tender. I'm going to check this one. As you can see, that's exactly what we're looking for. You got a little bit of char on it. So we're going to flip this one over again. Check some of the other ones. That one's nice. This one's nice. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and move them to the outside. I'm going to move these to the inside where it's a little warmer. These here are basically done. And there's getting some nice brown on it. So was that one. It's only going to take another minute maybe, and they'll be completely done. I'm going to call them done. So what we do now, we'll take them, we'll put them over our plate, and we'll cut between each rib. Done. All right. That's how I do my LA ribs. I'll meet you inside at the table. Hello everybody, I want to apologize. I thought I started the camera when I pushed the button. The camera did not start, so I don't have any footage of us sitting down actually eating the food at the table. But it's all right. It's on all my other videos, so we'll make sure it doesn't happen again in the future. If you like our videos, please subscribe, hit the like button and the bell, and you'll be notified every time we upload a video. You have a great night. Bye-bye.